So one way to use these Nordic wares, this is the, if it would focus, bunny cakelet with 4.5 cups or 1 liter of mix going into it. My wife's really into these Nordic wares. We have tons of them. So we decided to start getting out the Easter ones. And we'll just show you what we have here today. So this one was just done with a crescent roll. This one was done with this pizza crust, and this one was done with puff pastry. This one is taco, this one's pizza, and then this one is spinach, red onion with some garlic dill cheese curds in it. And then we have desserts. So we have just, normal, what is this? Not Betty Crocker, but yep, Betty Crocker. Triple berry muffin mix. We have just a Betty Crocker Delights super moist dark chocolate. And then we have just a yellow cake from Betty Crocker. Throw in some of these little hard-shelled Cadbury eggs, and you've got a nice little decoration. Same thing with the rabbits. I would say out of all of the molds we have, this rabbit one like consistently comes out wonderful. We've done these before in the past, and they come out. Really great mold. The only real trick we have is just any of this floured nonstick baking spray. Get in there with a little squirt, you're good to go. So let's try these out, huh? All right, so let's dig into these. You'll forgive my missing top of head. I'm shamelessly hiding my bald spot up there, I guess, or our house just really isn't set up for filming. So I said we had the taco, we had the pizza, and then we had the spinach red onion with the wonderful garlic dill cheese curds. So let's go ahead and cut some of these open here. And, well, the lettuce is proving to be a bit of a chore to cut into. And you can see that we've got a little bit of, beef and beans and stuff in there to simulate our taco. So let's try this here. That was very good. I need a drink of water. So see, that's wonderful. You got a nice crust. You got a nice little filling. It's just beef and beans, a little bit of seasoning and stuff. You cook that up in the pan, put it into the dough and whatnot. You're wrapping these up. You got this awesome little cute bunny. Great way to use the pan. So let's move on to the pizza. Get some of these beans and stuff off my knife here. For those of you that are astute, you'll notice that I'm using a Cutco knife. I was probably 18 or 19 when I got suckered into some meeting where you're going to meet with the executive and they're going to interview you, and it was just a recruiting for Cutco, and there was like 50 people there, and yeah. But never sold a single Cutco knife, but I've been using my demo set for 20 years now. Little tangent there. All right, the pizza cut much nicer. There you go. You've got your pizza stuff in there, a little bit of cheese, some pepperoni, a little tomato sauce. Again, it's just this cute little bunny. I'm going to cut this in half again because that last one was quite the mouthful. There we go. Oh, yeah. Let's get this other one. It's got a beautiful piece of cheese in it. Oh, bottoms up. I guess that would be a drink. So let's shovel this grub into my mouth. Yeah. Yeah, that's wonderful. Oh, there's a pepperoni, man. Why is pepperoni so good, right? In high school, and even as an adult sometimes, I would just buy those packs of like Hormel pepperoni or whatever. They just got hanging up in the grocery. I'd put like half the pack, sometimes the whole pack, on some paper towels. Throw it in the microwave for like 15 seconds. Oh, they get so good. It soaks out a ton of the grease. Beautiful. Pepperoni is just a wonderful, wonderful thing. I'm actually going to have the other half of that because that was pretty good. Let me just try this here. Mmm. Mm-hmm. That's wonderful. All right. Let's cut into this last one here. I'm very curious to see how this cheese is. We just got this cheese 2 days ago. We had it for the first time today on some just bread. And we just packed the air bubbles from the yeast into the, or with that garlic dill cheese. Oh, so good. Why is cheese and toasted bread just like the greatest thing ever? Aside from maybe pepperoni, right? So this one's much harder to get a good look at. Let me see what I can do for you there. Yep, it's just going to fall apart. Because this is the croissant, it does get a little bit, flimsier because it's got that lamination. But I can smell the lovely the red onion in here. The cheese looks amazing. The spinach is always good. Let me get this piece of cheese that fell. Yeah. Oh, I can see the dill. I can smell the garlic. So wonderful. Let's try this. Oh. Mmm. Yeah. I will say this garlic dill cheese. It is great, but it's got some flavor to it. But it melds nicely in here, especially with the onions. I'm going to have a little bit more of this. Mmm. That was fantastic. So there you've got your little, appetizers, or you could do your main course, fill it with a bunch of appetizers, whatever. Maybe even get your kids into it. Fun little way to use that Nordic Ware mold. And again, this is probably the best one we've done. I know we have an American football one. I don't know if it's Nordic Ware though. It might be a competitor. It turned out pretty good, but these rabbits, they just look amazing when they come out. So we've got this triple berry muffin mix. I'm just going to use the same knife. It's not a big deal. Oh yeah, that's perfect. I could have just tore that off. So you've got this lovely muffin here. You might be a little blown out on the white there. I did not think about that on the inside, but trust me, I can see the berries. I mean, it has that generic artificial flavor that you get with these, bagged muffin mixes, but I happen to like that, so let's give it a shot. Yeah, that's perfect. The one downside here is you're not going to get muffin top. You're basically all muffin stump here, but that's all right. If you're like a coffee or tea drinker, you could make one of these muffin mixes and just have it with some coffee or tea. It'd probably be amazing. Just by itself, I would eat it. Maybe put a little bit of butter on it. So let's go ahead and try this super moist dark chocolate cake. Ooh, that's quite crumbly. Just looks like chocolate cake. It smells like boxed chocolate cake. Yeah. Maybe not the best way to have cake, but again, you could serve this with a little bit of ice cream and some hot fudge or something, or whatever other kind of topping you want to use, and it would be amazing. I'm gonna have a little of this one's tail. Oh, that icing's good. So let's try the yellow cake. And I will say that all these cakes and muffins were done at the same temperature at the same time. You could probably get slightly better results for any given one, but I didn't want to bake 6 times today, so we baked twice. Now, again, not exactly the cake texture that you're going for, but I think this would be fantastic with a little chocolate sauce or hot fudge, some vanilla bean ice cream. This would be lovely. And I would still eat these anyway. You could get in there and pipe a bunch of icing, make it look like fur or something if you wanted. It'd be pretty good. Excuse me while I have a little egg here. Yeah. I was raised in a barn, so I am going to talk with my mouth full. Oh, those eggs are so good. Every Easter, I eat way too many of these things. So if you've got Nordic Ware, specifically this rabbit one, these are some awesome things you can do. But these are some things you can do in general with these smaller Nordic Wares or the 50 million brands that are similar. The real trick we found is to use that cooking spray that has the flour in it. It's going to make a difference. They'll release so much better. Some things are always going to be kind of a pain, we've learned, to release. So you just got to kind of play with it. There's tons of videos out there that show you how to like cook with these things and how to do all of that, and even how to do these recipes. Just for simplicity's sake, we use these box recipes and just some simple fillings. It's not complicated. You can make it complicated if you want. Go on, just look for recipes on other content creators that are much better at doing the cooking stuff. Personally, me, I'm a picky eater, and I've loved everything we've tried in these things, even when it was a disaster, just because it was fun, it was novel. But yeah, if you've got these or thinking about getting these, and they'd be great for like a little party, a little get together, whatever, or just fun. We like to do them just for fun for ourselves. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, guys. Let me know if you use these kind of molds. If you found a mold that's better, we'd love to know it. We love baking stuff in this house. If Nordic Ware's not very good and you know of something better, please tell us. Thank you guys for stopping by, and I'll see you in the next video. So you'll forgive my missing top of my head. I'm shamelessly trying to